Oh boy. What's going on, people? Two of my favorite people already. Wouldn't you know, you'd be the first one. Good evening from the Lone Star State. I like saying that. I like saying the Lone Star State because, if you're from Texas, then you're home. But we got this person down here. She's a transplant. Is she a transplant? Is that what we call them, transplants? We'll just bring her on and let her decide.
Yeah, I'm a transplant.
That's what I got that from Yellowstone. They call them transplants. So
I don't like to say the C word, but I mean, kind of have to, I guess. I kind of leave it out now. I think most of you know me.
fuck it.
I mean, I was raised there. I did learn everything I know there. I can't be mad at it, but I mean, this is the place to be for sure, especially for racing.
What what made y'all move?
We
Business?
actually wanted to move out here in 2014. My husband was working for BMW and he just came for a business trip and then he just fell in love with it. And we would just come out and party once a month. And then we opened up our shop and I was like, let's move somewhere where there's the most drag strips within a radius. And Dallas, Fort Worth was basically that area and the best tracks that I've basically ever known of. So let's move here. And lo and behold, I'm not even going at tracks anymore. I'm racing with you.
Streets.
The worst prep there is in the United States. Who would have thought?
Streets, people. Say it with me. Streets. Well, you've been known to do some. Where's it at? I mean,
Uh-oh.
I got you are the Willie Queen.
Oh yeah, look at that crown.
Crown, people. Crown. Um, I mean, I just snagged some photos.
Nice.
That's actually
I did
on the
build this
street, people.
car to do some wheelies for sure. It does not disappoint. Look at that at the gut.
The gut.
There we go, the gut again. Oh, that one almost touched the back bumper there.
Well, you like the gut?
I love the gut. It's probably one of my favorite tracks. It's exhilarating. It's fun. The atmosphere is electrifying. How close you are to everybody, and even the staging, like the staging of it, it's different. Like you're not used to it if you go to prestigious tracks. To me, the gut is completely different than any other track I've ever raced on. Not like I've raced a lot of them, but probably over 10, I would say. Um, I'm used to the no prep on a track because there's still prep there, but I'm used to that and it hooks good for me. I sometimes radial strap mine down like I would on a radial track and it still works. You could tell when I don't, that's when I'm dragging the back bumper. When I would just want to give people a show, I know what to do. And then the first is coming up in
You know,
April. Oh yeah, the
when you
two
do
step.
that, you get everybody's attention.
I
You
like
get
to burn
everybody's
off some
attention.
leg hair, that's for sure.
I know. I know. I
Yeah.
know. I'm
At
attest
least
to
you're in
that.
front. You're in front of the situation, so you're good.
So, do you prefer the streets or do you prefer like the gut or the no prep stuff?
I am preferring the street at this point in time in my life. It's a challenge. It's a challenge for my husband who does the tuning on the computer and also on the chassis. And yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
teamwork. Anybody can get a car to hook on a prep track, but not everybody can get a car to go down on a complete bare street, So it's just more of a
Turn my
challenge for
Wi-Fi. I
us.
guess it
We've
did.
been racing so long on, at the track. Where even when we used to race the streets in Cali, it was prepped. They would spray it, burn it. They use the same streets. It was basically better than the track. Here, it's complete opposite. You go find the crappiest road, and you're like, here, get down. Whether you're 900 horsepower or you're 2,000 horsepower, we got to figure it out. And I like the challenge. It's a lot of fun. It's full exhaust still. a street car, stock motor. So the car is a Ford Mustang. It's got a Chevy engine in it from a ZR1 Corvette. Stock motor, unopened, just a cam and a Kong blower on it. That's my dog. Don't mind him.
Kill, kill.
So it's super basic. Been running it. This will be the 4th season that we haven't touched it. And I knock on wood that it keeps on going. But with the street racing, we take out a lot of power, so she might last a little bit longer.
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask you. Y'all do all the tuning and stuff. I mean, less power is longevity of the motor. So,
For sure.
I mean, it might hurt some other parts, but
Yeah. Sometimes we take out too much power, like the last race we did. We took out a lot, but it still got down. There's some streets where I'm like, if I'm on 28s, that might be a problem, especially on 32-degree weather. I might, skip that race until we do a 29. There's still a little bit more tweaks. I know my husband, he wants to, try a couple more things to get it down crappy roads, especially when it's negative 1500 DA. There's just a lot of stuff we got to work on, and we're learning. We're learning every time we go out with you guys, and just having a good time.
They
I
want to know
believe
how.
with me in it, it's about 32. 32. I'd have to look because we got about 150 pounds in the back right now, just on some weight strapped to the bars. So it's got additional weight added for the street. So I think it's about 32. And it's
Oh,
full interior. The back seat's still in it. Like, you could still sit back there, strap your seatbelt in. I got a passenger seat, full interior. I haven't taken out any weight, still all the crash bars. So I was wanting to do a little lightweight, lose some weight in the car for this next season, but there's a race coming up, next week and the week after, and I'm just like, you know what? Let's just keep it on the trailer and just be ready to go. And that's kind of the problem this car's been having the whole time. It's never had downtime. So we're making our adjustments on each race rather than me, putting 3 months aside and actually making improvements. But I'm still having fun with it. We have a lot of time in the shop. I don't want to take it away, and we're able to just play with it when we go out.
does Brandon do all your tuning, or do you have a
Yes.
say so? Do you have say
Nope.
so in it?
Nope. Brandon tunes it all. What's nice is we already have like all the tunes from our fastest pass on the track, and we just put in with traction control and just play with that on the street. So that's what we're learning with.
Speaking
Sorry.
of, I was on a podcast earlier, and they were talking about traction control. Some guys were against it. Some guys, I guess that's the new thing now. Most of the fast guys say they don't even use it. I
Yeah.
mean, they said they would if it come down to it, they'd rather have a scramble button. And of course, they're
Yeah.
turbo
I don't
guys,
have a
so
scramble.
they'd rather
I
have
don't
turbo.
have a scramble, and I know a lot of these guys can stack in their nitrous or their boost. I'm supercharged. I mean, yeah, I could play with some boost control, but I'm literally like at 28 pounds, 26 pounds when I leave, like instantly the
I can
entire
attest.
way.
I can test for it. I can test for that.
Yeah, so I'm playing with a different pack of cards here, in which we just started playing with the traction control. The card's been gaining a lot of power with the air being so cold. And, I've seen all these guys using traction control. You can hear it. Like, majority of them do. So, I was like, I got to play the same playing field. I came out on the first races this last season or last year on 28s, while everybody else was on 29 and a halves. I'm like, I'm not playing the same game. So now I'm on the same tire, and I want to be traction controlled too. Like, I don't want to be screwed. So it's like I gotta prepare just like everybody else does.
Do you know the difference? Can you feel the difference between 28 and 29s?
Yeah, it slows the car down. I don't make enough power to really need 29s. Like on a track, no way in heck. But on the street, especially if it's a bare road like what we race on, yeah, I need it. I can't do it. I'm sure I can. It's just gonna take out so much power, and we would have to totally dumb the car down on 28s. Um, and I don't want to be that slow. but like you said, you got to take out too much power sometimes, you know?
Well, I don't know that. When was that race that we were at in Mexico? Was that last weekend or weekend before
It
last?
was the week before that.
I know that first pass. I could have sworn you had a oh shit button
No, I wish I did. That was just power coming back in.
because you went around him like on the big end like he was sitting still.
Yeah, he had to let off. There's no way in heck. That car makes almost double of what I do. It has to. So I don't know what happened, but yeah, I was like, where'd you go? But I finally caught traction, I guess. And then, she started pulling some steam. But then the second pass went to dog crap. We talked about that last week, with that lane. But that happens when the crowns, that's the difference with the street. Majority of the time that I've noticed, there's a good lane and there's a bad lane. And if you don't watch each pass and have someone figure out that crown in that road, because there is one side that's going to dip down more, then you're not going to even go, 60 feet. So I'm learning that it's a challenge, and a chip draw is everything.
Now, do y'all test a lot?
No,
No.
I test when we go out. That's yes, we should test. I would always try to get my husband. He's probably yelling at me right now. How I beg him to go test, and he's like, "Well, test when you're on the line." And I know it's good being under pressure in the same temperature. You're not going to get the same scenario. I have a lot of data in the car. I've been running it for almost 4 years, the same exact. So it's like I have the data. It's just when you're testing on an actual race day, you're going to get the most knowledge out of it right there, because it's going to change. If I was to test earlier that night or on a different street, the temperature is going to be different, and my nerves aren't going to be the same. Like, just the whole situation, that person next to you can, play games. Or I wasn't even playing a game last time. Last time my car overheated right before the race, and Brandon was like, cut it. But then he was just like, you know what, send it. It's fine. It was like 260 degrees. It had like an air bubble in it. And I was
Wow.
like, okay. And then I sent it. So we went, and I burned out right after Brandon already said cut it. And, it's just like things happen that you don't expect. You know what I mean? Like, my car's never done that. Like, where did this air bubble come from?
Well, it probably comes from not testing.
That's true. It's true. It's the lack. That's what I was talking to Waylon. I already talked to Waylon about this. I'm like, what
What?
do you do? He's like, I test like 10 times a week. I'm like, I believe it. I believe it. That's why he wins all the time. You're not going to win if you don't test. And I get that. But I'm still having fun. I still like being the
Well,
duck.
well, I mean, no, you're not duck. But that's the fun of it is going out and it, you've won a couple, so I mean, it's fun to win, but it's also fun just to have fun.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've had a good time every time I go out, whether if I don't go 60 feet or if I actually do make a full pass. In which this year I've gone a lot better than I've ever been, just from experience, just from going out. You're not going to win if you don't go out. Like, you're not going to win if you don't show up. So I'll show up every time. Even someone was like, "Oh, well, Waylon's going to be at the next race." I'm like, "So anything could happen." I'm
Streets,
like, he makes more power. He's set up, but yeah, anything could still happen.
yeah. Um, so y'all are based out of McKinney, right?
Yes. So we're above Dallas and McKinney. We have a performance shop. We specialize in the late model cars, LS, LT. My car was built because it was put on a TV show.
Yeah,
I
I was
mean, we
gonna.
don't have fabrication skills. My husband does the building and the tuning himself. He's lacking that fabrication gene, but I do have good friends that do our fabrication with us, like JFab and Biddle. So I've got friends for all that good stuff. But we do all the tuning for all the late model Camaros and Corvettes and Hellcats and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
Oh,
guess
yep. So
guess
that's what I built the car for, was for fastest car on Netflix. We had 2 months to build a car. I had a motor from a customer. I just bought it. And I needed to buy a car, and I had a Mustang before, and I was like, the fastest, cheapest thing we can get is get another Mustang. We'll put an LS in that, and we could be ready. the day before the first race on the episode 2. That was the first time my car's ever made a pass. And then that first quarter mile was the first quarter mile pass ever, and I won it. And that was a 6-speed then. It wasn't automatic like it is now.
Well, I thought y'all raced in quarters in Cali.
So, well, they did for the show, but the main track was Irwindale, and that's 8th mile.
Oh, it is.
So 8th mile was our weekly, like how the guts open every Thursday and Sunday. Irwindale was open every Thursday, and that's where we were every Thursday since 2004.
Yeah. What do you think about Lyle?
Lyle's awesome. He is one cocky son of a bitch, but he can be.
The guy can drive. He can drive anything.
The guy can drive. He is skilled. I've watched his whole, I was going to say pro mod, basically, series that he was been doing is, it's been great. He's been only put that beer money to no prep, and then now he's in the big leagues getting paid to do it. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I seen him at PRI, and I guess he was on some kind of show or whatever, and I walked by and he stopped what he's doing. What's going on, Limpy?
Yeah.
And I was like, man,
I know that guy.
That's pretty good. Pretty good guy.
I was always thinking before he was getting into no prep, I was like, man, I should call him out. I think that'd be a good race between him and I. But then beer money's like on a whole nother level now with, the weight thing in the back. And I'm like, well, maybe I'll just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. That car's fast.
It's fast.
I seen him in North Carolina, and it was getting squirrely up top, and I don't think he was letting out of it.
No.
Like,
well, we know. I've seen that car sideways beside me. So, I know that guy can drive.
Yeah. Oh, James K. Oh, boy.
The gut. Yeah, he's king of the gut.
He's still is he still the king?
Yeah, he's still the king. I want that crown. The last outing, the last king of the gut race, I was a complete and utter failure. Hi, Brian. I was a complete and utter failure, and I red lit. I don't even know what happened. I deep staged it, and just the slightest movement at the gut, it will get you. I think the nerves got the best of me, but I thought I was going to have that one in the bag.
Yeah,
I thought I was, but
didn't. It's a different kind of the gut's different kind of animal. Some people think that they're ready for the gut, but they're really not ready for the gut.
They're really not ready. I'm telling you, there's no other track, no other street race, any other place is not like it. It's different. Before I even bought a home here, I went to the gut. Yay! I went to the gut. I had to check it out. I always saw it. Had to get the tacos, and I was with my mother-in-law and my mom. We were just there, and they were like, "You can't race here," and I'm like, "You want to make a bet?" And it ended up being, my favorite place to race, and so I don't care. I love it. Now they're repaving it. I don't want them to make it too nice. I was telling them that keep it how it is. That's what makes it fun, but yes, everybody wants nicer staging lanes, but hey girl, sticky pickle for the win. But yeah, it's my favorite place to go. And if I could do a wheelie anytime I want there, or I can strap it down and go as fast as I want there. It actually works out in my favor pretty well.
Yeah. I seen a video. It kind of shocks me that, but as I said, it's a different kind of animal. Somebody from one of the spectators was throwing water or whatever in the lanes.
I saw that.
And I'm like, how chicken shit is that?
That guy had to be drunk. I'm surprised someone didn't take that guy out and whip his ass.
Especially a spectator. The spectators are out there kind of wishy-washy as it is, but 90% of them are about 3/4 cocked anyway.
I saw that, and that was pretty bad. That's probably the worst thing I've seen happen there myself, just as far as the safety of a driver, literally throwing liquid onto the track. It's pretty bad. But you're going there for the obstacle courses, right?
Yeah.
I am.
I was live there one time, and I remember, I can't remember, you were racing somebody, and I was live, and I guess your dad, whatever, he was all right behind me, and he was talking to somebody, and he was, that's my daughter.
Yeah. My dad, he is my biggest fan for sure. I mean, he's the one that got me into this stuff. So anytime I could bring him to a street race or Yellow Belly or the track or anywhere, he's just ready to go. He's just excited to watch me whether I win or lose.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's the best thing in the world right there.
Yep.
So, what? How do you like Hartshorn?
That is my favorite race by far. I am so sad Mike has not posted the dates yet. I am keeping my calendar completely empty until he announces the dates. I was sad when I saw him post one day it was only going to be 2, and I'm like, "No, please, no." I know it's like hard and stressful on him, but if I only had to do H Town, I'd be happy. Like
Yeah.
that's really all I need to do. I'm going to win Daily Driver and 2 Street next time.
Not if you let this guy ride with you. Just saying. I'm just saying. He's a bad omen. That guy
Oh,
right
don't
there.
say that.
I mean,
I had to take him with me. He went with me for the 2 Street cruise, which is it was hot. It was hot that time. And I haven't taken my car on a car cruise yet. Like I haven't done that yet. It's totally drivable, but you're still nervous. Like I don't know how far you guys are gonna go. I didn't know what was gonna happen. It ended up being okay. We survived.
yeah. Tom said
First
first
weekend of
weekend.
June. Where did you see this?
I think I got it marked on my calendar somewhere.
Why haven't I not seen this?
Well, it's just me, and because I had to get with
Oh, because you
Mike
need
on.
to know.
I need because I got to schedule
Oh,
stuff and.
see? I'm excited. So
Oh.
I figured June. Yeah. Oh, she's gonna do
Oh.
Daily Driver.
Oh
You
boy.
need to redeem yourself. But
Cat
yes.
fight. Cat fight.
Nah, I had a double bulb her last time. I'm a little meanie sometimes. I don't want to lose. She was like,
Well,
"You double bulbed me." I'm like, "You're nitrous. You're fine. Don't worry about it."
I know. Uh. How many? You entered like almost
Oh my god.
every class.
Everything but tailgate because I don't got a tailgate.
Is that the next project? Putting a
A
tailgate on it?
truck? My husband would kill me. I've
No,
always
no,
wanted a
no,
truck.
no. Putting a tailgate on the car.
Oh. No, no. I'll leave tailgate there. I like the small tire. Big tire is intimidating. When I entered big tire, it's literally intimidating. The cars that go to H Town, uh, when you see them on the street, it's like a circus. You're like, this is crazy. This shouldn't be happening. It's probably the coolest thing you've ever seen. Pro mods with those big old blowers when they idle, they move up 5 feet. That's my goal. Goals in life for sure.
I'll tell you what. When they go by me, when they go by me, and both of them, it almost knocks the breath out of me.
Yeah. No, I
I
see
ain't
the
gonna lie.
front. I know exactly what you mean. It's crazy. And they're doing that on the street with curbs not even but 2 feet away from them. It's pretty ballsy.
Man. Um. Oh.
I don't know why you didn't try the tailgate. You have to, okay, if you go to H Town, you just can't enter one class. You have to enter 2 because you need the experience of doing it. Because there's no testing. It's off the trailer. And so if you go out that first time, I mean, it's fun to watch, but you have to just enter 2 classes. Like you've got to give yourself another shot at least to just experience it. It's I mean, I don't do all the races that you do. You see things all around the world, well, all around the United States, but I'm like, from what I've seen, it's probably the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing like. I mean,
Cool.
there's nothing like that anywhere that I've been to
Cool.
other than that. I mean, closing the street down.
Yep.
I mean,
That's true. I mean, they are literally the whole city is closing it down. And people, I mean, I loved how so many cars showed up for the Halloween one, or was it the Clash? It was a Halloween one, the
yeah,
trick or
yeah,
street,
yeah.
and there was like 150 cars. It was so
180,
cool.
184, I think, or something like that.
184. Yeah, I was wrong.
I was like, I know, because I had to stand up the whole time and
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
That's why I was saying, well, that's 184 entries, but as you know, you count
Yes.
as what, 5? because you entered like 5 clay. Was it
True,
5?
true. And most people do 2 at least. And then the last race, I saw a lot of people had 3. I was like, oh, I started a trend.
Yeah. You bring some people with y'all when y'all show up, and they really like that out there.
And they travel all the way from California. So
Yeah.
it's not, I mean, they're traveling over 1,500 miles to come to that race, and they're going to come again next year, or this year, this coming year. So everybody's coming for Limpy's race on April 1st and 2nd at the Gut,
Oh boy.
the baddest small tire. So they're going to come for that, and they're going to come for the H-Town Throwdown. I just need some dates. Oh yeah, when you're doing the True Street and everybody's waving at you, it's an experience. If you haven't experienced H Town Throwdown, you're truly missing out.
Yeah. I know you and Brandon been together for a long time, right?
We will be together for 18 years, January 1st.
Congrats.
Yep.
He's your ride or die, right?
Yep. I think he really enjoys watching me race. For years, I always watched him race, and then he would let me like race his car just, here and there, because I would like tell him I'm faster than him, and then I would be. But majority of the time I was always watching him race. I would watch him street race. So I never really got to experience street racing myself until this past like 2 years. So it's interesting. He let me take the wheel on that, and he trusts me to do it. So it's interesting how it just flips.
And that's kind of like throwing Little Red Riding Hood into the with the wolves, right?
Yep. I mean, that's where I get excited. I just like get to play, and I think that's what gets me pumped up. It's not just something that every female does. It's just different. I mean, I don't know anybody's perspective on it, but it's not like there's other girls out. Just me and Shawnee out here, and I don't know anybody else around here, but it'd be fun if more girls got into it.
Yeah. And you get to meet a lot of different people.
Yep.
And
Well, I mean, we
sign autographs for
see
the girls.
they get excited. I think they see me from Netflix, but I don't think so. I think that's from because they saw me at H Town before, and they got excited, and so they saw me again, just from the street races and maybe their dad's street race. And Nova, shh.
Kill.
Yeah, it's my Doberman. Hey,
sick balls.
But it's fun seeing the kids. They enjoy the car, especially now. Shawnee painted Stitch on the intake, so I've got Stitch from Lilo and Stitch painted on there. So the kids are like, they've never seen that before. It's like an odd thing for a person to do. And then I have Stitch strapped to my back seat as well. So it's it's probably embarrassing losing to a girl with Stitch painted on her intake and in the back seat. But hey.
So who has a better reaction time, men or women?
Lately it's been me for sure. In the past, Brandon was, but now, you know what? That's a good question. If I watched my past races with him on videos, I've always left before him, but is that him giving me the go? Is he being nice? Like, I don't know what that is.
Men wouldn't do that.
I don't think he'd do that. Everybody's like, he's being nice. I'm like, no, he's not nice. He wants to win, especially when we're racing for car parts. So
I agree with this.
You want to see Nova, girl? Nova, come here. Come here. Come here.
Oh, kill.
Come here, Mama. She's coming. She's coming. Come on, Mama.
Oh.
She's my rescue.
That's my people right there.
Yeah.
That's my people.
Yep, she's my rescue. She hates cars. She's a little traumatized from previous past. And so she doesn't like car starting and idling. I'm like, well, you went into the perfect family. So I got to be careful when I bring her to the shop. If I'm starting my car, it's not going to happen. But my min pin, on the other hand, is the one that wants to street race everybody. So if I rev on somebody, he's ready to do something about it. So
yeah, that's murder, stab, kill. Murder, stab. That's my command words. That means everything at my house to my dogs. Murder, stab, kill. That means it's time to eat. We want to go outside. We want to Actually, murder, stab, kill.
Oh,
I
oh.
mean, and my pit, the one I had to put down last year, I could spell it, and she wouldn't do that until I got to the last L, and then she would go crazy.
She knows
So
exactly what it is, Dad.
yeah,
You spell it out.
yeah. Um, so now that you've been here, I know, I don't, just us here talking. Do you miss Cali?
Not one bit. Dallas is on a whole nother planet as far as racing. So when we were there in Cali, now they're doing shootouts and stuff, cool shit. They didn't do that before. It was kind of like a grudge race, big money race. There's a lot of attitudes, a lot of people with a lot of egos. And here, it's just a good fucking time. Like, you just show up, everybody just comes to a shootout, you put money on the pot, you race, you talk. People are so much more wanting to race here. I feel like they put their lives into it. Not like people don't do that in California, but they do it differently here. It's complete passion and a way of life, where in California it was a chore to race, just because the tracks weren't supportive. The streets, I mean, that's where you had to go to not get attitude from the people at the tracks. Um, it's not even the same world. I can go to four different tracks within this little 60-mile radius from Thursday to Sunday and race somewhere. In California, you got 1 day a week, which is still a lot in my opinion, but the track was shit. You had 3 hours to race. It would open at 5 and close at 10. That's all you had. So if you didn't get off of work till 6 and you showed up at 8, you would have a decent track until 8:30 until it went to shit. So the timing, like everything was just, you were rush, rush, rush. When I first got here, I was like, oh my God, let's strap the car. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And then you get here and everybody's chill when they get to the track. They're, if they got a beer, they're eating, they're grilling. They're like, okay, we're going to race in like an hour. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, how late do you guys race? They're like, till you're done. I'm like, what the fuck? It's just different. It's just different. The street racing's different. The track racing's different. We're on a different planet.
Did you race with Cali, Nate, back in
You know
Cali?
what? I didn't. I didn't. Like I said, like they didn't do those shootouts then. And I was in Southern California and he's in NorCal or Central Cal.
North Cal.
So we were like kind of in different worlds. Like NorCal, SoCal wasn't really intertwined much, if anything. Um, yeah, I know.
Irwin,
Well,
Irwindale.
LACR closed down in Fontana. They never had races. Irwindale was the only place. Bakersfield was nice, but they have a curfew. Like it's not even, they didn't have good events. So if you had a streetcar, they had one event called Red List Series that we sponsored it because it was the only event that streetcars, could race. Everything else was like bracket racing. It's just not fun. So no, Yellow Belly is way better. And Michael knows he traveled from California, raced Yellow Belly. He raced at H Town. He's going to send his car back here because they can't race their car in Cali often. People are sending me their cars so they can race here in Dallas. I mean, that's serious.
Do I know it's number two on my bucket list, but have you ever been out to 135th in Maine?
Of course, I grew up there. I've got videos. If you go back
I'm
to my
I'm so
old school
jealous. I'm so
YouTube,
jealous right now.
if you go back to my husband raced there. We have quite a few videos on there. I mean, I had a gun pulled out on us because the stips weren't what they wanted to, after a race. And we stopped street racing after that just because, the attitudes, like I said, when a gun's pulled out on us, why race? This isn't fun. And then we're solely, track racers. And then until we came out here and the street racing life is a tad bit different. So it's not the same. But yeah, 135th is great.
Yeah, me and
Yeah,
Happy. That's where we're gonna go. I don't care what
it's
happens.
prep. You better strap your car down. It's
I
prep
don't.
more than the tracks.
I don't even care if anybody's racing. I just want to go out there and just lay down in the stuff out there
Yeah.
and get a selfie and say, all
Yeah.
right, I'm good.
I mean, we would go there. We go to Bridge. Bridge was a good one. We go to Baker, but 135th for a long time. I mean, that was like the only street we would go. That was it. And then we found other ones more close to like the Inland Empire because the Inland Empire started getting a lot of street racing. So, I mean, we would do that. But there's good streets, but they're good. They're like tracks. So if like a California racer came out to us, they wouldn't even know what to do. They wouldn't know what to
Yeah.
do. They don't understand what the racing out here is like.
Um, did y'all ever do any of the? I know they used to. I can't remember if it was. It was I think Christmas Day stuff.
Yep.
Was it
So
Christmas Day?
Christmas morning,
Christmas
we'd go out
morning.
to
Yeah.
race. Yep, like Cripple Kevin, Pooh would be out there. God, that's the way we grew up. I mean, I grew up with that. We'd go out there every
Wow.
Christmas morning. Like, sorry, mom, we'll be back. And it would go pretty quick. The police didn't bug you much because there wasn't much on patrol. So yeah, yep, that was a good time. I don't know if they did that this year or not. I wasn't paying attention, but I was thinking about asking the chat if they want to do something Christmas morning, but everybody's like, I got to be with family, and I was like, maybe next year we could start something.
We can see what day it falls on.
Yeah, you could check that out.
That's my
Yep,
street.
Gypsy Mike. Yep, that was a good time there too with his Camaro. Yeah, good old days. That was long ago. Long ago.
Is oh wait. Oh,
Yep.
he's in Kansas. I'm sorry, man. You gotta be out there by rank. You gotta be out there
A
by
lot of
rank,
my old
and maybe Nate's here pretty soon.
he keeps on talking about it. He knows he's moving out here. Just as what we do in our industry, you can't stay in California. You can't. So
No.
it's like, just come out here. Like, he knows. He travels more than I do. He'll be out here.
Yeah, Jasper, that's my number one bucket list is Sweden. Man, that's the king of the crop there.
Yeah.
I want to go to Compton. I want to go to Philly, New York. Man, all the OG spots. I want to go see where Dre did the big wheelie. And up by the airport in New
I'm just
York.
trying to get down to Houston and Austin. I haven't even made it down there yet. So I'll be out there for Texas 2K. We'll see if there's any street action then. But I still haven't. Yeah. I'm bringing my car just for it.
I got to check my schedule too. I think I had something before that, but we got something.
Good.
We've always got something.
So I will be experiencing Houston and Austin this year. That's on my list. Maybe go a little bit deeper into, the Oklahoma races, but I need to venture out a little bit. This last year I stayed pretty local. I need to venture out.
Man, that's when you travel. I mean, even if you go like to Austin or Houston, which is Houston's only like 4.5 hours, or Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City's like going to Austin at the same time. But it's man, you get to see all the people that you see. Yeah, you get to see all the people that don't travel, and you get to see them on YouTube, and you're like, wow, I get to see that car.
Yeah,
or I
the
get
pad.
to race that car.
I want to go there.
I'll be going there this weekend.
See, I'm following your schedule.
And maybe if it rains, then I'm going to head down south.
You're going to have to go. No, well, down south. Yes.
Well, it depends on weather, but I'm probably going to try to do both because, I don't like sleeping. Sleep's overrated. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling my husband. But I know he needs to sleep. He needs to make that money with me.
Brian, I'll tell you that. He's been out there.
I think we need a road trip.
Man,
a road trip.
Imagine the gut. All right.
Okay.
But on the street times about times about 2 or 3. Okay. That's the pad.
It sounds like my type of place for sure.
Yeah. I mean, even just getting to the line is just like getting through the staging lanes.
Interesting. I've watched plenty of your YouTube videos on it. So, and 660s. I've been watching 660s on that too. So,
yeah,
I've seen it. Just need to experience it. Can't talk about it. Gotta be about it.
Yeah, it's a different. They got. Hopefully, the dude's out there that he cooks burgers and stuff out there again.
What?
Man, change your life.
Better.
change your life. And they got people that roll up. They sell boudin and jambalaya and all that
What?
stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Hey, hey, hey.
he's a
He's
transplant.
he's my biggest fan.
He's transplanting to California.
No, like really?
I don't know. He's been
I
out
know
there.
he was visiting, but no, he's not staying out there. That'd be retarded.
Um, yeah, there's a law there, Brian. I've witnessed it, but they pretty much just leave and then come back.
That's cool. That's basically how Compton is too. Well, it used to be.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Used to watch. You can't because when I went out to Cali when Nate and them did that shootout last year, or was it this year? Yeah, it was this year. This year, and um, we went out. Have you ever been up to the Foo, in
The
Northern
what?
Cali? The Foo,
No. Is it
that
like
road,
Central California?
Northern. It's up.
Northern? Nope.
Yeah, it's
See,
get down.
I just been to Sacramento a couple times for Bodie stuff. Um, but no, I haven't done any of the street stuff there. The pad ain't got gut tacos.
They
He
got
said
some. They got
jambalaya.
they got jambalaya and boudin, and I mean it's a different world out there. I mean the pad reminds me of Yellow Belly, the gut. I mean it's just all it's just they're just the same,
Well,
basically
maybe
the
they can
same.
invite me to a race there.
Oh yeah, they got gator.
That's good. Tastes like chicken.
Yeah, everything tastes like chicken,
That's
whether it's not chicken or not.
funny.
But yeah, the foo out there, man, it's like running on an old country road, but with like lots of rubber.
Okay.
It's out in
I'll
the
be
middle of
pulling some wheelies on that street too, like H Town.
yeah, well, you ain't got much room for error out there.
Oh, yeah. That happens.
Yeah, you got like 2 foot on the center line and 2 foot, and you're
That's
in
why I'm
the.
not painting my car. She could stay chipped up. I'm good. I'm like, it's
Oh,
gonna happen.
oh, oh, oh! Where to go?
I got beat in my house. It was a good race. You red lit.
The old dreaded.
You did.
You guessed wrong.
Yeah, you guessed wrong, and then I still came around you. It
Ooh,
was a. I mean, I'm down to do it again if you want. It was a
ooh.
good race, though.
Did you did a drive by on him?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was on that scramble button.
Yeah. I need one of those. I keep on telling my husband, like, I need one of those. I would have
I
gotten
know.
rank on that one. If I had a scramble button, I would have gotten rank. Just a little bit. Call me an asshole a couple times.
Wow. Does
Yeah.
he know you?
No. I mean, maybe I was that day. Because I saw a little bit of I did a drive by. Yeah, oh please. You thought I won. He's so exaggerating right now, and I thought I won too. The guts, the wind light is a little off there.
It can be. That's what I was told. Especially they can. I'm not gonna say it.
No, I know.
I'm not gonna say it.
I don't think that would. I mean, anything could happen, but I seriously thought I won. It was that close to a race. If I had a little, one of those little pointy little things that other little fucker people have, little pecker that sits out there, I would have won.
The old pecker extender.
Yeah, I would have had that, but it's okay. Next time.
So, um, oh, yeah, on the gas. That's when they had them trucks out there that was out at the Mexico a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a couple of fast ones. I think I want to rerun with that red one though.
that red one. I mean, both of them ain't no punk, but
Yeah. I didn't see the white one. I need to watch the video, but I know that red one. I want to rerun.
the I think the white one
Fish.
broke or lifted a head or something like that.
Okay, I saw that. I did see that.
And but on that road out there, I mean, I'm not a big advocate on all-wheel drive, or I'm against it or for it, but if you put them on a virgin road, an all-wheel drive definitely has the advantage.
A big one.
But um, on a say like
Prep surface, there's
prep
yeah.
on a either no prep road, concrete road that has some rubber on it, then
It doesn't
no,
matter.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I mean, I get. I
So
went one time. I was on those 28s, and it was the crappiest road that Lonnie could find. Was the crappiest road. Like people weren't running, but sevens, if that. And I didn't even get down. I think I was drifting the entire time. I may have run like a 680 or something, but an all-wheel drive, a Tesla would have fucked us up for sure.
yeah. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh
I
boy.
still need one of those little things. Just saying. Or scramble button.
Gut tomorrow.
You know what?
Gut tomorrow.
Maybe. Um, I have. I do have to practice for Saturday, but the gut isn't a good place to practice. It's too good sometimes. It's just too good.
It's
I
really.
I
I
was going
mean,
there to practice for no
so
prep,
I
and I'm
ain't.
like, it's good.
Sometimes sometimes it can be pretty bad.
I don't know. I haven't found one of those days yet. I'm even considering of going back on radials, and trying a couple things out. I mean, I'm sure the weather is gonna, change a couple things, but I'm even contemplating going on radials there and figuring out on 28s. The 29s slow me down a bit, so
Yeah.
I don't want to be on 29s there. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm doing the
Uh
smaller
oh.
tire. Um, is he
Oh
really?
boy.
I'm not even paying attention. It's okay. It's gonna give me something to do. That gives him more work locking in races. Just saying, you have to get my car ready.
I know you said that. I talked to you when we were out in Mexico. You said you never touched it. Uh, from when you did the. I guess you had the same tune in it or whatever. Oh. Oh boy.
I know. He just yelled at me right now. Are you pulling something up? He just yelled at me right now.
No, no. I was heard him and I was like, oh boy.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we're probably going
Oh
to the
boy.
gut tomorrow since
Daddy's
he's
talking.
calling.
Daddy's
He's
talking. So
calling
you
people
got to
out.
listen.
Yeah. But what were you saying about the
Oh.
tune-up from H-Town?
You said that y'all didn't mess with it. So I guess you ran the first pass with
Oh yeah. So I haven't taken my
the
car
same
off.
tune up.
Yeah, I haven't taken my car off since H-Town. For that last race we just went to, because I was supposed to be doing some modifications, make myself faster, blah blah blah, and that never happens. So it was the same tune up, and he just put a different strategy in it, and that was it. It was what, 70s, maybe 60s that night, and we were racing in 32-degree weather, not even remotely the same type of surface. Um, so
Yeah.
guess I'm racing tomorrow.
I know it's supposed to be pretty cold this weekend for Mexico.
Yeah.
I know we've had some beautiful weather here the last several 2 or 3 days.
If that dew point is okay, like how we were racing when it was 32 out, there was no moisture in the air, that's fine. We can handle that. The moment you see like the dew on your top of your dash or your windshield, nah, that's when it gets sketchy. That's when, you know, are you going to come out to play tonight? Let's think about this. Are we good? Are we ready to hold on?
And it's not really down low. It's is
Up
the
top.
factor. It's up top,
Yep.
and people don't understand that.
Yep. I have to
That's
hold
when
on every time. So
that's when the power's really coming in.
yeah, I got to hold on a little bit. Um, Especially on those 28s at H-Town. For some reason, she gets hairy up top there, whether it's the road or the tire, or maybe just because I have gone my fastest there in H-Town. So maybe I just can't compare it because I've gone my fastest at H-Town.
Yeah. Did uh did y'all change the tune for the second race, or did y'all leave it the same?
Uh,
Because you
well,
swapped
we didn't have
lanes.
much time for the second round. No, I think we kept it, because we didn't have time. We had to figure out that thermostat. So we didn't know if it was a thermostat issue or if we just had to burp it. So we didn't have much time because they're going like 10 minutes in between rounds. And I was the last one and then the first one. So no, we didn't even have enough time. He didn't even hook up the computer. He didn't even look at the data. Um, he was just like, just go. And I think it would have been fine if I was in that right lane, but oh well. I know the boys were talking about low sixes, and that was a low six street, at that time. So even for me on that first pass,
There you go, Happy.
how fast was it? We were running low sixes then, but I mean, if you're talking about H Town, I'm not gonna tell you that
No,
one.
no, no. On that Virgin Road, I could see that, and it
Yeah.
was actually coming around. It was coming around the later rounds because I know Waylon was making some passes, and so was the
Yep.
truck. They were backdooring it.
Yeah, that right lane was money for sure.
Yeah.
Next time.
The left lane seemed like it had a kind of a either a crown or a dip or something right
Yep.
there, right out of the hole.
Well, I normally go left, as you know. So I normally go left, and I went right that time instantly. Like the right tire just took me straight right, right after I passed Lonnie. And I've never had to hold my steering wheel to fight that way. So it was awkward for me to be like, holy shit, I'm going right. And my car's never done that before. So, like I said, every experience, every street, we go on is a completely different experience. Tuning wise, driving wise, it's different.
Now, do y'all have to when y'all go to the gut? Do y'all have to tune take a lot out?
Nope. I have it just in case. So it's like on the fly. If, when my husband's walking me back, he could be like, the track's good, turn it all the way up. I've got like 5 different tunes. I've got tune one that will basically go whatever. And I got tune five, which is basically what RPM I'm leaving at. And then I've got like a little safety switch that will kind of tame my launch down. So if it's sticky, he'll be like, turn it up, turn it up. If it's crappy, he'll just be like, nah, keep it on one. So we have like little, we know what's gonna work or possibly what's gonna work.
So
But
you've got it on a dial where you
yep,
can just so it's I
it's
got you.
literally on the fly. He'll be backing me up and he'll be like, turn it up, turn it down. And you could
Eh,
tell when you're walking it, when you could look at the car before you, see what they're doing. You could physically look at the track and kind of guesstimate, but I mean, you could feel it when you're walking on it.
So when the say like at H Town, I know that the lanes kind of swap. People don't know that the lanes swap. One lane to be good, and then you'll have that same lane, and then it'll be balls to the wall.
Yep.
Uh, when the sun goes down and it crested over
Changes.
it, and it just then it becomes
Good.
an even playing field because both lanes are just on point.
Yep.
Uh, do you have to adjust for weight or anything like that
Yep.
with your settings?
Well, H Town was different this last time. I was going pretty quick in the right lane, which is normally not the good one, and I was going good. And then all of a sudden, the car started going left, which either we were hitting the crown, maybe I got backed up into the wrong direction. There's a couple, different scenarios that we felt could have happened. I was so close. I was in the semis for 3 classes, and I don't know, that lane flipped, like you said, it was just different. I don't know if it was more of, my error or the actual lane, but I actually went my fastest in the right lane, which isn't the popular lane.
Yeah, and I know. I think one guy did the big wheelie and came down
He was in the left, I was the right. That was my fastest pass.
and uh, and then everybody was complaining that the lane was junk, and then
No, no. So that pass was when everybody was complaining about
oh
how
yeah,
everyone's
right.
crashing, and then I was the next one up. And I'm like, it's fine. Just I've raced on worse situations, which I have. I'm like, I'll figure it out. If I feel something, I'll let out. And my husband was just like, because it was small tire. I think it was small tire. And he's like, you're basically going to lose this anyway. So just let out. I didn't let out. I kept on going and I actually won that round.
Mhm.
So I was the first one to go down after everybody was like We don't feel safe in the lane. We need to shut it down. Let's go to another street. And I'm like, it's fine.
And you were hanging the hoops too, weren't you?
The what?
You were hanging the hoops too, weren't you?
Yeah, it was a good one. I mean, that was a good one. Like I said, I've raced worse. The other track that I used to race from in California, like they didn't give two shits sometimes. Um, I've raced in worse situations.
Yeah. What is the out of everywhere you've been, other I already probably, but what's your favorite place to go race at other than the streets?
It's gonna be the gut.
Right.
The gut is literally my favorite spot. I haven't been anywhere else around here. Like I said, I need to travel more. XRP is a great track. It's probably one of the most prestigious tracks I've ever been on. The people are good people. They actually love working there. They love, they love their job. I go there every Sunday. Um, it's kind of like my go-to hang out, relax, chill, test with customers, watch customers, just hang out. So right now, XRP and the gut are my two favorite places.
Have you been to Ennis?
I have. Um, it's different. It's a quarter-mile track, so it's exceptionally large. It's not as confined and intimate. I like these intimate little races where you could like talk to people, rather than walk a mile to your car and stuff like that. But it's still a great facility, great people. Run it. They're getting better events. They're getting better events.
Yeah. On the when you was on the show, did you I know you probably met some interesting people. Did you have fun?
I had a blast. With the first episode, I knew a few people because it was filmed in California. The producers are from California, so they picked a lot of people, and it's a small racing community, just like it is here. It was a small racing community there. So I knew people, and then I've met people like Atlanta Custom Wraps. We still follow each other. Him and his wife. He was the one I lost to the McLaren in the finals. Um, with that badass McLaren. Um, who else? I mean, um, Q. He just passed away actually at a street race. I've known him for many years, so to hear that whole situation and to get the text that night on that was horrific. And we bring the purple hair back. I know. We raced with him for years at Irwindale. Um, that was a horrible situation.
And I met him at didn't he come to H Town?
No, he didn't come to H Town. Oh no, he did. No, he
I think it
didn't.
was it last year, I think. Was it the year
Did he come? He did come.
because he somebody told him about going out. They were going to do a race out there for New Year's or something.
Yeah, not 100% sure. I know like Mike E and all those guys come out, like Alameda boys. They come here often. They hang out with Stefan and Stefco. So I can take credit on bringing a lot of these Cali people together with these Texas people, because I post about everything, about all the races, and people come out and then meet. And I see a lot of the Cali people coming out here because they want to be part of this DFW race scene. I can take a little bit of credit for that.
Yeah. That was going to be one of my questions too. What's the craziest one that you can think of?
I've actually got two. So the first big wheelie, like I mean bumper drag wheelie. I mean, I've been doing little wheelies here and there since I was like 16, but my first bumper drag wheelie was when I was driving my husband's car. I was getting my license in it again. I let it expire, so I was getting it again. And I made a hit in it, and I was like, dude, that was super slow. Like, you need to up it up a little bit. And he was like, fine, I'm gonna do that. So he put W's on it, and he turned the boost all the way up. And he said, and he took the wheelie bars off. He had wheelie bars on his car. He took the wheelie bars off and said, go, here you go. Hold on. I'm like, okay. And I literally left the line and I dragged the back bumper and it went straight left, which there's a wall. There's a beautiful wall that's only like 2 feet away. And everybody thought I hit it. I didn't. pulled off to the side. The second one was in my Mustang, the ZR Stang, in the gray one at Bakersfield for the Red List series. And I don't remember. He told me to hold on again on that one too. He literally said, hold on. So he probably unstrapped something and said, hold on. I'm like, okay. And I had a chute on at that time. I had the mount dragged on the floor. It made me three wheel. So I was teeter tottering. Then only on one tire, I lifted up and then I almost hit the right wall, but I didn't. Thank you. And that was my second big bumper drag wheelie, but it was more intimidating because how it hit the parachute mount,
Yeah.
which I no longer have a parachute mount in my car since after that. It's not worth it. I'd rather it wheelie, me almost do a backflip and me come down rather than it hit a parachute mount.
What's the furthest that you've hung one out?
I have a couple. There's probably at least 150 feet out, maybe a little bit more. And I've tried to double wheelie before too. So I do a wheelie, I come down, and I try to do it again. And then there's a couple times where I would just let out too much, where I just try to carry it the entire time. That was at Irwindale. I literally try to be like one of those wheelie champion people or competitors where they just drag it down the whole track. I tried that once. I would do it again.
That one
That was
looked
a
like
good one.
that one looked like you're almost on the bumper. You might be on the bumper a little bit.
Little bit. It did scrape it. It took some paint off on that one. And I got tailpipes. So my tailpipes there are literally dragging and they're flat. So, I mean, that's when it's good. When you see the sparks coming out from the tailpipes, that's a good day. Sometimes when I'm bored, I'll just be like, can we just let it fly one time? You know, I'm sure people want to see me wheelie, and he'll just unstrap it and do a wheelie.
How much can you tell the difference when he straps it and when he doesn't strap it? I mean,
Oh,
I'm sure it doesn't. It
it's
gets
night
on
and
top
day
of the tire.
difference. The car, when it's like radial strapped and it's tightened down, it kind of like not anti-squat because I don't have that good a suspension, but it feels like it's anti-squatting. And then complete opposite, you're shoved back in your seat and all you can see is the stars. And it feels slow when it's wheeling. I guess it's slower because it doesn't have the momentum. But I mean, I'm just trying to be able to practice my wheelie techniques, like shifting in the air and keeping it going and without pedaling. I'm still working on it. I haven't mastered it yet.
What kind of training's in it?
It's got a power glide. It's a FTI performance, and I think if I put my Turbo 400 that I want in it, I think I'll wheelie a bit more. So that was supposed to be one of the modifications that I did, but I didn't end up doing it. So, oh well.
I dang, I had a question. I long forgot. Well, shit. God dang.
Wheelies, wheelies, wheelies. I'm still trying to perfect.
When you're wheeling, and for people that have never wheelied, do you actually look out your window to see where you're at, or do you just hang on for dear life,
So I know if I'm
or can you feel it?
straight or if I'm sideways or if I'm going the wrong direction. I physically know. When I was at Irwindale, you'd be wheeling and you'd be able to look left and you would see which banner you were by. And I would know exactly how far or how close or how high I was. And at these other tracks, it's kind of hard because I don't have banners, to look at literally by my side. But if it's straight, I'll keep it going. If there's no
I
one next to me, if I'm not, endangering someone else, I'll probably play with it a little bit.
I guess you can kind of feel it at the gut because of the slopes on both sides. You're like, if you're like start going one way or the other, you
The
know,
gut,
oh, get out of it.
is the best place to wheelie because there is so much places, like so much room to party. Like sometimes when she drifts or goes sideways or a wheelie just goes one direction the wrong way, I still have plenty of time to recover. Knock on wood. But that's probably the most space you have to party is at the gut. Like if you're gonna try a wheelie, you better try it there.
Yeah. All right. Do you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, I mean, I want to really push that April 1st Dan Lee's race at the gut. April 1st and 2nd. Everybody come out for that. That's gonna be a hell of a fucking time. I don't even know if that track can hold how many cars are gonna be there. Um but
it's gonna be busy. It's
it's
gonna be
going to be
packed.
busy, especially because I haven't seen any cool races pop up. Like people need to send me their stuff or post it. I've been asking people to like keep on sharing, their races. I'm watching your schedule, seeing where you're going. I want to travel a little bit this time.
Yeah.
So the Gut's all I got right now. There's another one at the Gut the same month, but that one's oh, they said that one's gonna be radial prepped. I'm like, good luck with that. Um, we'll see how that one works out, huh?
Oh boy.
I'm like, why do you want it radial prep? You will be there. You have plenty of time, like plenty of time. Um, hopefully my car still stays together since I'm racing it when I shouldn't be. But I'll keep it going. I'm
Well,
limiting my races for that.
it's been together for 4 years, so I mean, it shouldn't.
Hey, she's stock motor. I'm
I
not
mean,
going to touch her.
I mean,
What would you do? I mean, it's running great.
I
The
wouldn't
moment I'm
touch
going
it.
to build something, I don't
I wouldn't.
know.
I wouldn't touch it either.
Yeah, like I don't want to change it. Like it's good. I was thinking about playing with the transmission, get a little bit more aggressive on the gearing with that, but I'm like, then it's going to be different on the street. You know what I mean? But I would be able to maybe leave in second then. I don't know. There's things I could play with. I wouldn't have to use so much traction control. I could just leave in second gear. It'd be a different animal if I was able to play with more things with the transmission. But I don't know. Good thing. I don't know.
All right, you. Well, do you want to give any shout outs or
Yeah.
sponsors or
Shout out to
anybody?
Accelerated. My husband's the life and soul of the shop, and then I help out a little bit. And then uh, Kong Performance for sure with a supercharger. It's a different animal having a supercharger like that on the street. You don't see it too often, so everybody doesn't even know what it is. It's pretty cool. I'll represent that supercharger any of the day of the week. Pro EFI engine management. It's what we specialize in with that. So Pro EFI is huge, and then GP tuning for the great cam that's in that LS9. He gave me that for a birthday gift, so that was pretty cool. The car sounds pretty wicked with it. My friends always help me out. Sticky Pickle, Shawnee and Michael Haggard. I wouldn't be able to get down these streets without them. They're always there. So Sticky Pickle for the win.
Gotcha. So, does it? It still runs off a pulley, right? The
Yep.
supercharger.
Yep.
Does it? Can you change pulleys and stuff?
I
And
can. I
does
can.
it? Does it mess with the tunes that you've already got, or you got tunes for
I
them?
already. Well, I mean, he knows what to do with it, but at this point in time, I don't need more power. I could probably add, a couple more pounds to it. Um, maybe that's something we'll think about for H Town. I was actually thinking
On
for
the
these no
button.
prep stuff.
On the button.
The button. I have okay. I have a second. I have a little sneaky Pete, ready to go, but it's a stock motor. Oh, Cali people. And I'm going to see you guys in like a couple weeks. All the people that come up from Cali to support, Accelerated, and obviously they're being part of this awesome racing scene here that you guys have. Like if people don't experience this, they're missing the F out. Like this is where you come to race. But yeah, I mean I could add more. We could add more that way, but how long will that last? I don't know. I I've already talked to Induction Solutions. We've already got something set up for it. It's just sometimes why mess with something that works, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get a little spicy sometime. I always get all a little hair at my butt and I'm like, "Come on, let's go. Let's freaking spray." And he's like, "Ah." I know. I know. I have it. It's just like I said, I'm taking so much power out. I still got so much more to learn and play with still. Like I said, I'm new at this stuff. I'm, playing with you guys with the no prep stuff. I'm still new. I'm still green.
Testing works.
Testing does work.
You hear that, Brandon?
I
Testing.
know. Tell him, please.
Testing. Testes. Testes.
I got great friends that will come and support us and we'll have a good time and figure it out. But he does love his sleep. That boy loves his sleep.
He's too young to sleep. Get enough sleep when you're dead. That's what I've
It's
always said.
true. It's true. I gotta take care of the min pindo. I gotta take
Kill,
care of the
kill,
little guy.
kill.
Where's his head? Oh.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on, and
Yeah.
uh, that's always a pleasure. It's always a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Thank you for having me. It's always a good time.
The Willie Queen people,
Yeah. We'll
and
get
she
more of
ain't
that. I need
she
it
ain't.
perfected a little bit better. We need some good pictures this year.
I got you. And you ride or die.
Yep.
Tell them that we need to test.
Yep. Yep.
We need to test.
Test,
Testes.
test,
Test.
test.
Test. Test.
Yeah. He's gonna
Oh,
be like limited. It has limited lives. It has limited lives. Just save it for the races. I'm like, I don't know. She's still knocking pretty good.
so it's just valve. Just valves need to be relashed.
Yep. 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 Just change some valve springs, update the balancer. You're fine. Put a new belt on it. I know. Well, it was harder before because we had two cars. So it was like my car got completely not neglected, but kind of neglected because we had his car. And it's like now we just have mine. And I'm like, well, she needs some loving. I don't know.
And she's getting it now.
Yeah, she's getting it now. She's getting all the little attention. Ugly little thing.
Uh oh. Oh. No,
Nah.
no turbo. No turbo.
I mean, I love that supercharger so much. We played with twins before. I'm not saying turbo's not going to work, but I'm a nitrous girl. If I'm going to do anything, I'm probably going to go nitrous. That's where we
I
came from. That was
I'd
our
leave it
roommate.
there. I'd leave it there because if I'm ever standing in front of y'all and you getting on the two step, not only I'm watching the crowd and people are throwing their babies in the air, ducking, kids
Hiding
are
their
screaming.
children. Hiding their
Yeah,
children.
I mean they're just everywhere, and I'm just rolling.
Yeah.
I'm just rolling. No,
It's a
just
show. It's a good time. Like I'm having a blast. I laugh. I watch everybody else. It's a good time. You know, turbos. I mean, yeah, I could build something else. You'll trade me nitrous for you don't want my Mustang. You're lying. She's full of shit right now. She's full of shit.
it's her lie. She can tell it any way she wants to.
Yeah, she's so full of shit right now.
Ugh. All right, I don't even gonna keep you. I know it's late. Is it? It well, it's what time is it?
Testing time.
It's only like yeah, it's test. It's only like what 8 o'clock or is it? Yeah, 8 o'clock in Cali right now. So them guys they just got done with eating dinner.
I know. And here I'm bombarding them. I'll see them soon. They'll be out here.
All right, can't wait.
Cool. We'll see you. I'll see you soon.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it coming
Bye.
on. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. The Willie Queen there, people. The Willie Queen. She doesn't disappoint. She as I said, you know, I just got these from her Facebook page and look at that full exhaust all the way out. The streets, that's streets, people. That's streets. That's at the gut. I mean, she doesn't disappoint. She's a oh wait. In and out. That's false. That's false. That's a false statement. False. Just saying. Just saying. That's just me. Waffle House is better than IHOP. Just saying. I think Jasper agreed with that. But yeah, they're good people. Good people. I'm glad they're here. I'm glad they're here. They like to have fun, and we like to have fun. Oh boy. Yeah, facts. But it was a good interview. They're good people. I think I need to go out to their shop and do a little yeah, that's a fact. You can tell he's from Cali. He can say that. I've had both and Whataburger hands down. Hands down. I even eat Whataburger fries. And I'm not even a fry man. I'll eat fries over In and Outs. But yeah, I need to go out there and do a shop interview out there. Maybe I'll do that here pretty soon. Yes, I think I'm planning on coming out there. I want to go to Compton. I want to go to Compton. I don't care if there's racing or not. I just want to go, just see it. I'm good with that. All right, people. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Appreciate the thumbs up, the subscribes on YouTube. We're almost up to 15,000 now. Appreciate it. After 15 years, I'm almost got 1,000 subscribers per year that I've been on YouTube. So we're doing good. Yeah, we got both. Yeah, y'all don't even know what you're missing out in Cali. But appreciate the stars and all that good stuff. Good time. We will be heading to streets this weekend, as I was saying. We're watching the weather for one event, and if that doesn't work out, then I'll be heading to South Mexico from here. I'm gonna be doing some traveling this weekend, so hopefully, if one doesn't go down, the other one will go down. So we'll definitely have, or maybe both, maybe both of them. We'll do a little twofer. Do get a chance. Oh, 3-letter bits. Oh, but yeah, appreciate the likes, the subscribes, and the stars on YouTube or on Facebook, the supers on YouTube. I don't know about Twitch. I don't know how that stuff works. I just threw it in there just to do that. But appreciate Tiana for coming on as well. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll be coming back here later. Y'all have a good night.